Morning, lovelies. Okay, so this is mental. Already a week of January has passed. Can you believe it? Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, look. My husband just walked in with a bowl of porridge. Oh, yum, and golden syrup. Tell ya, it doesn't matter how hot it gets in Australia, we still eat porridge. Hi, Liz. Hope you're watching. I'm sure you're having a bowl of porridge as well. Oh, okay, so I'm going to go and eat this, and then I'm going to come back and do my Junk Journal January prompt for today. All right? Won't be long. Hi, it's Di from My Enchanted Journals. I turn just about anything into beautiful handmade journals. I live in Western Australia. Welcome to my channel. Yummy. That's done. Love porridge. All right, let's get on with Junk Journal January, day 7. Let's have a look at what we got. Stitched. Well, let's have a look at what weird and wonderful thing I have for today. Here's our page. So I've got a photograph I've got is of me. Oh, probably no date. So I'd say it's 1987. And this is my first little dog that I had on my own after leaving home. Her name was Tammy. She was a full breed Maltese Terrier, and I love her to bits. And you can see she's in a cage. So what happened was we moved from Australia back to the UK, which we've done numerous occasions because we're both from the UK, and so the heartstrings always pull us back there. And anyway, in this instance, that's my grandma you can see behind us. So she'd gone to move back to the UK as well. And this is a photo that was snapped at that time. So super happy memory. The prompt today is stitched. So I've taken that off of my printables. And now for the stitched part, I've got this. This is when my grandsons come to visit, which is 2 or 3 times a week. They always say, can we play on your sewing machine? Well, little kids and sewing machines don't mix, so I always sit with them. But what they love to do is have a piece of fabric like this, and they just go up and down like this. You can see where they've gone up here, across, and back down. And they like to change the stitches. So on here is just like loads and loads of little stitches that they've done, changing stitches, etc. But it just makes me smile because they love doing it. And so I'm going to use that for my stitched part on my page today. And the photo will go over that like that. So it'll be maybe a flap. Can't go inside because it's actually stitched through 2 layers. So I'm going to cut the photo down so that it fits. So don't be alarmed that she was in a cage. That's what happens when they go from Australia to the UK. They, well, in 1987 anyway, I'm not sure of the rules now, but then she had to spend 6 weeks in quarantine and have all her jags and all that sort of stuff, and we used to go and visit her, but this day I was picking her up, so I was pretty happy. All right, let's get started and get this cut down. All right, so I've cut it down, and it's the same width as the fabric, which will fit on the page almost, but I feel like I'm covering over the stitching, which is part of the prompt. So I might cut the photo a lot smaller like this so that you still get to see the stitching, which is all part of what I'm supposed to be showing. And then I don't know whether to use the red stitching on this side. Can't decide. Anyway, I'm going to cut the photo down a little bit more. And all right, let's see. That's better. Right, the width is better. Good. And I'm liking the rough edges, so that's good. Maybe I will go with the red. I think it looks nice, doesn't it, the red? I found a couple of stickers too, which I don't know whether they'll fit across, but we'll see in a minute. Now that the photograph's a lot smaller, I might just cut across the top as well. All right, good. Better. Like that heaps better. All right, and it needs to come off about there, I guess. I like how that looks on the page, and I like that you can see all their stitching and messy workings and all sorts of stuff going on there. Now, the stitch needs to go on there. And then there's this gorgeous sticker that I've got, which would look nice on there. It would pick up the red in the background. Let me see if I can make it a little bit smaller, because it seems a bit big, I think. That might be okay. And put that on the edge. Yep, quite like that. Kind of blocks a bit of the cage off as well. Alright, so that's good. What it's doing is picking up the green in the fabric as well, which is really nice. So what do we think about that? I think that looks pretty good now. I don't know if I need to ink the edges of my stitched sign. I think I do. I think it looks better with it. Alright, now I'm thinking I might stitch this photograph to the actual stitching. So let me take it to my machine and do that as well. As chance would have it, I've got red cotton still in my sewing machine from when I did the other one. Remember the other one from my mum and dad the other day where I did the rough stitching? So yeah, let's just use that today. And in the tradition of my grandchildren, let's just keep changing the stitching every few stitches and see what we get. They're hilarious. When they get on this thing, they're absolutely fascinated. And their mum says, I'm so glad that you do that with them, because they do love learning new things. Let's just keep changing the stitches and see what we get, hey? And there we have it. Crazy stitching, just like my grandkids do. Looks quite cool, actually. I like this one. Yeah, I might have to use that some more. Attached to the page, I wanted to stitch it on, but if I stitch it on, I'm going to mess with yesterday. So maybe I might clip it on with a couple of the little clips or something. All right, let's get this stuck on first. Stitched. So we've pretty well covered the stitched prompt. No worries at all today. I've got these tiny Tim Holtz tiny clips. They're really, really tiny, but I really like them. They're cute. Alright, so I don't know if I need one or two, so let's get two out. Because they are really wee. Yeah, I think it's better than sewing through and wrecking yesterday's. Attaching it with this is perfectly fine and looks quite cute, actually. So there we have it. Junk Journal January, day 7 is stitched, and I've got my photograph, as in the photograph a day for the prompt a day, and I'm managing. I got through the first week and we've got stitched. So my grandson's stitching, and I've done some more crazy stitching around the actual photo. And there we have it. Done and dusted the first week. It's flying past already, hey? Alright, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that too. That would be really awesome to have you on board and to have you in each video. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. What you think of a photo a day, whether it's working for you or whether you just prefer normal crafting. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow for day 8, which I think is neutral. So I'm going to try and find maybe a sepia photo or something like that for that. Alright, even black and white will look okay on this page, wouldn't it? So yeah. Alright, let's see what I can find. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.